So good morning and welcome to another amazing session of Get In Get Fit series. And it's so much of a pleasure that today we are doing our Get In Get Fit series session 36. As I told you, we have started this series sometime in April of last year, but we were not very, what do I say, very structured at that time. So April, May, June, July, 4 months just went by. This group was created in a WhatsApp just for a kind of a camaraderie, a friendship, sisterhood, so that, all our walking group friends could catch up with each other. So we did yoga, we did breathing, but we were also chatting in the middle, right? But then things changed. And so at the end of July, we took a very firm decision that we're going to get into fitness very seriously. And we started having expert speakers every Saturday. We started initially with just Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays with yoga and breathing. And then, slowly we started having Tuesday meditation. And then we had Friday dance. So I would like to acknowledge a few people at this point of time, because I know, gratitude is the only thing I can give at this point of time. I would like to appreciate Suryama, who has been our mentor and who has, taken us through Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays for yoga and breathing. Then we had Sonali, Dr. Sonali Sarkar, pitch in every Tuesdays for meditation. And we had Nandini pitching for dance. And now we have Anbimina, Dr. Anbimina, who's taking us through. And it feels so special because, everybody is an active contributor in their own sweet way. And we have had many expert speakers who have invited their friends and, have kept this show going. So I would like to thank all those expert speakers and who have been our source and definitely inspired and motivated all of us. And slowly now it has become a 7-day session. So every day, 6:20 to 7 a.m. we have our sessions, and it's so amazing that little by little we are all able to bring this change. And as I told you, Get In Get Fit series started with a mission. We wanted 10,000 new people to join us and get into fitness. And getting into fitness is definitely a lifestyle change. And we know that there are many corrections we need to do. Probably you need to sleep well in the night. Only then you can get up early in the morning to exercise. You need to eat right. You need to think right. You need to drink a lot of water. And, a lot of things go into getting in to get fit. So we plan to concentrate on the 4 aspects. That is having a healthy body, a mind, heart, and soul. And we celebrated our 25th anniversary of Get In Get Fit series in January, and went on to take it further down, because initially it just started as a 3-month expert speaker program. But can you believe it? We are almost 41, 42, and it is so special because in 2 months' time from now we're going to celebrate our 50th episode, and I want all our expert speakers to be a part of the 50th celebration. I mean golden jubilee celebrations, right? And nothing could have been possible without all of you, my dear friends. And it is with so much of gratitude that I would like to thank each one of you, thank Almighty for giving us the strength at these really testing times for mankind, the entire mankind. And I would also like to thank 2 of my very, very, very close friends, Pramod for sharing the link, and Judeline for recording these sessions and bringing it out as a Google Drive so that each of us can relive those special sessions again. And, it's such a pleasure going through all what these expert speakers speak, because, they have such a wealth of knowledge, and everybody leaves a trace, a footprint in the hearts of the Get In Get Fit series session teammates. So, with those few words, of Get In Get Fit. I thought, we will start today's session. And today's expert speaker is Mrs. E. Subhalakshmy. It's a great pleasure, as always, to have our expert speaker amongst us. Mrs. Subhalakshmy is an MBA and done in human resource development. She's an entrepreneur who manufactures eco-friendly disposable plates and also imports and markets the outdoor children play sets. She's been her athlete during her college days, a marathon runner since 2015, won many podium finishes since then. She's also a certified yoga trainer from the Ministry of Ayush. She's a certified fitness trainer. She's represented India in 1,500 meters events in Malaysia and qualified to represent the Asia Masters Athlete Championship. She also conducts online fitness and yoga center classes during this pandemic. And I want to, talk about Subhalakshmy a little more. I want to first thank Kripakar sir for referring Subhalakshmy to this Get In Get Fit series. And I also want to thank her because, we had an amazing chat for the last 2 weeks. And it's been amazing knowing her and more of a friends right now. And it's so much of fun because, you get to know each other on close quarters, much beyond the series and as a person, as a human being. And I'm sure all of us are going to listen to a wonderful person today. And we are all going to be with a treat today. So over to you, Subhalakshmy, and welcome to our Get In Get Fit series.
Yeah, thank you so much, Vidyaa ma'am. It's been a pleasure to be with all of you. And thank you for a very exaggerated introduction. So I'm just here to say how I got into fitness and then share my experiences with you in the first half a little bit. And then we move on to, like, in this pandemic, it's better to improve our lung capacities and be more active and be breathing more oxygen so that we don't get into this COVID-19, succumb to that, or, get into suffering into that. So we'll try 3 asanas which will help to improve your lung capacity, and also 3 pranayams which will help you to breathe better and get more oxygen, which is currently so much needed for all of us. So that is how the session is going to go today. So let me first tell you that I was in school days and college days, I was an athlete, and I used to be everywhere other than in class, participating in whatever is other than curriculum. That is dance, music, wherever that is happening, and then sports activities. And when I moved to college, and I also joined NCC, which was only there, so I also participated in that. So, fitness means in school and college days, it used to be a lot of fun. More than winning or anything, it was just being there in the ground and exerting our full energy and using all our resources to, do something in the ground and spending a lot of time in the open air. So I enjoyed doing every part of it in school and college days. And after that was over, that was a complete, lack of that physical activity due to some reason, got married. Then I was in Chennai. I was working in MOP Vaishnav College for Women for a couple of years. And that, when I was working there, I used to get up very early, and then college starts at 8. So I need to be there before that. So everything put together, I wasn't doing anything at all physically to be more active. And then after, so many years, at the age of my 44, now I'm 49, at 44 years, I realized I was gaining a little weight and wanted to do something. And started to walk in the park and then I got I came across a paper news that saying that in Mogaper there is a group which practices running every day in the morning. So I got so curious, and I happened to know that wherever we were going for the walk, that is where they start their running from. So I was just from the next day I started searching for the group where I could see them. And then one day the next few days, within next few days, I could see a bunch of people practicing some warm up. So I went and asked them, is it this group who gave an ad in the paper saying that you are running in the morning? They said, yes, we are the ones. So I asked them like, what is the procedure to join your group? And they said, you just jump in and that's about it. And that's how I got into that. And from then on, it's a regular, it's a regular practice I've been doing, and it's a consistent, see with a group, it's always better initially to start with, because when you do it alone, you feel bored to get up and then, do all things by yourself. But when you're in a group, just go and meet some of them and have a chit chat and all that. You are a little more motivated initially to get into that. So that was initially, that made me to go regularly initially, to go. After some time, then it becomes a habit, and then automatically you get up in the morning without even your alarm being on or anything. So that is how it all started. And Vidya ma'am introduced saying that I won a lot of awards and all that. It is all due to only the consistent practice, I would say, and good guidance from people like Kripakar sir and many others in the group, especially him. He was with me throughout the journey, and even though I would like to venture into more distances or more intensity, he would say that please don't injure yourself, and that's enough. So that was a great thing that, I have not been injured so badly all these years of running. So been practicing, but then not in a very intense way, in a way that it should be done. That's how, that was a very good input from sir, and I'm so grateful for him to that. And then I got introduced to Masters Athlete Group, and Rukmini ma'am, she was a great mentor, and she encouraged us, every one of us, to be, be participating in all the events. She's an extremely very patient person. I think we should have her as one of the chief guests in the coming sessions. You should be there to see how patiently she handles all the situations every time whenever there is a problem. So amazed to be with her and learn so many things from her. And with her encouragement and others, I also took part in from the district level. I won and went to the state level, national level, and then got qualified for the national level, and then took part in the Asia meet. That was a very great experience. A lot of athletes, and we think, when we hear from our youngsters, oh, you are 45 and still you're running. We should go to Masters and see people who are 95 plus running, and then making all the efforts to participate and do regular practice on a daily basis. It's really amazing. We feel very young when we go there to see so many, senior athletes and field and track, taking part in field and track events. And when you interact with them, you get to know how consistent they are with their practice every day in the morning. For example, here we have one Mr. Nambiseshan from Annanagar. I'm in Mogaper, he's in Annanagar. We see him almost every day on the road. He does 7 kilometers every day in the morning. That's what he told us when we were interacting with him. He by 5 o'clock he's almost done with his running, which means he gets up so much earlier and goes for a run. And when he goes back home after running, he carries 2 packets of milk. He carries 2 packets of milk in his hand to home. And then, after that, he has a coffee or whatever must be having. And then he takes his wife for a walk after that. That was what he said. It was extremely, so inspiring to see. And he's 87 plus. He comes in that 85 to 90 age category. And if there is a rain or slight drizzle, you can't miss him on the road. So that is the consistency he has. So seeing all of them, we are also equally inspired, to do running and keeping ourselves more fit. So Masters, to be part of Masters gave me a lot of motivation and inspiration from so many senior athletes. And that one more person, Mrs. Kaur, who was 100, when we went to Malaysia, and she was the only one participating in that age category. And she came with her son, who is 80 plus, who accompanied her to participate in Malaysia. And initially she was refused visa owing to her age, but then she fought, and then she got her visa, and then she came, she participated, she won. And that was extremely amazing, to see her determination to come all the way and then participate. And that's all one of the rare things to see. And I was fortunate enough to be with them and then get motivated and inspired by all of them. So that these are some of my inspirations to be more active. And also, like when we meet our old friends, college mates, schoolmates, and also neighbors, they generally ask, how come you are so fit? How come you are maintaining yourself like this? See how we have become all these years. So what is your secret? I generally tell them that it's all that you need to get up early and go for a walk or a run, whatever suits you, and then try to be more active. And that is the only thing I'm doing other than what you are all doing. That is the only thing that's keeping me like this. So, as women, you hear many excuses from them. That is the main thing I think we should overcome. So they'll say like, oh, I have a son whom I have to get him ready and pack his lunch, pack his breakfast, and get him ready to school. He leaves at 7:30. My husband leaves at 8 o'clock. I need to get to office by 9. And these are, so having all this in the morning, how do you think I can even go for a walk or run in the morning? See, to all of them, this is what I always say. It is all in your mind and in your planning. If you can plan your activities, all this can be still made possible. So when you know that, 7:30 is the time you need to get your lunch ready, then all we need to do is to go to bed early, plan what you need to do the previous day. If it's involving so many procedures, some of the procedures are like cutting vegetables or, making the coconut crumbs ready, whatever it is, or making the chapati dough, whatever it is you think it's difficult to do in the morning, if it can be done the previous day and can be refrigerated and kept, it'll be easy for you to the morning to take it out and then do the rest of the work and then still make it ready, and then you have the time to do your physical activities. So like, see, when my son finished his schooling and he went to college, he had to be in the college bus at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I had to make his breakfast, lunch ready, and also he's not a person who will get up by himself early in the morning. So I'll have to physically go there and wake him up to make him to get ready to go to college. So that being the case, like I need to be home so much well in advance before that, after my workout, because after sending him to college to come to the road, in Chennai, as you all know, it's going to be very sunny, and there'll be so much of traffic that won't permit you to run as you can in the morning when there is no not much of traffic or no sun. So it is always better to go early in the morning when the air is more pure and when you get more space to run in the roads when there is not much of traffic. So what I used to do is, now that it's pandemic, is home and that's fine. But then before that, I used to get up. See, when my usual runs generally start at 5. So I used to get up at 4:30. Now that my son was in college, I used to get up by 4 and then make the cooking ready and then get down to run by 5. Come home by around 6:15, 6:20, wake him up physically and then push him to the bathroom and then pack his lunch and keep things ready. So it is not anything else. It is just that you need to make up your mind and then say that even this is possible. So if you keep giving excuses to yourself, then it's never going to be a time to start. If one ends, another thing will crop up. So it is when you think that this is all over, then I will start. That's never going to be over. So if he finishes college, then he may have to go for work. Then it's the same thing. It's going to continue. So it is so for the women who are still thinking how to do it, when you have so many things to do in the morning, I would say that this is how I did it. And if you can plan it a little bit the previous day, it is still so much possible to do that. And because like whatever said and done, it is the women of the home who needs to be more fit to take care of the rest of the people at home. So when we don't do that and we get into problems, there is not many to help us in our daily lives. So to take care of ourselves is in yoga also, this is what they insist. First, take care of yourself, your family, then your neighbors, then your friends, and then the society at large. So the first here is to take care of our own selves. So that being the case, it is it is better to plan ourselves. If you think that 7 hours of sleep is very much essential, or before that, if I get up, the whole day is going to be very groggy and all that, plan to go to sleep a little before than what you generally do, and then try to get the 7 hours of sleep, and then you get up. I don't think anything is impossible. It is just that you need to plan and implement it subsequently. So that is how, I mean, this is how I did it, and I like to tell this is how it was done, and the ladies to catch up on that. So, and also like some of them ask me if that can be done in the evening. Yeah, it can be done very much in the evening, provided you have the time to do and you have good open air to do that. If you want to run and on the roads, evening time is not a good time to do that, because the traffic is very heavy during the evening, and we will only exhale and inhale the polluted air. So it is better to do it early in the morning when there is not much of traffic to pollute the air so much. So that is how I would see that. And other than running and walking, you can also do so much of fitness related exercises, stretch ourselves to make ourselves more flexible. See, when you get into 40 plus or even 30, 35 plus, all our bones get to become little more rigid than what it used to be when in our younger days. So it is better to make it more flexible, so that it is not for anything else, but for our own well-being. Health is, see, when you say that I'm healthy is not only being without having any diseases. It is a complete state where your physical, emotional, intellectual, and your spiritual well-being is taken care of. So that being the case, when we are talking about being healthy, here we are talking about doing our everyday activities without much of a strain, bending and taking things, sitting down for something, and like all that. So for some ladies, even that becomes an issue after 40 plus, sitting down, like in a sukhasana, or bending down to take something, or lying on the floor to sleep, if it is necessary. All that becomes a problem because of the lack of flexibility. So we can do certain basic stretches, activating all the joints of the body, minor and major, so that when we do our daily activities like daily work, we don't feel much of a strain, and the quality of life is so much improved. That when we do our activities with more energy and enthusiasm, that is what is called the quality of life, without complaining. See, I have to do this. See, whenever I do this, I have a pain here, I have a pain there. So when you don't have any of those, then you have a really good quality of life. So that is what we are talking here about. Not being, fitness is not, we are not talking here about fit to be a sports person or to be participating in some competitions. No, not that. That is the next stage, and if we are interested, we can still move to that stage. That is a welcome state. But then generally for women who are at home or who are working, who have never been into fitness but want to become fit, you can take it as the first state. And if you think that you have an interest or passion in doing any of the sport activities, and if you're 40 plus or 35 plus, there is, as I told you, a platform called Master Athlete Association, where you can try to excel in any of those which you have done in your younger days. Pole vault, running, walking, and then throws. There are so many things. Shot put, relay runs. There are so many things which you have participated in younger days, and you have no practice as of now. But if given a chance, I would like to participate. If you are in that state, get into little fitness activities, and then get connected with Masters Association, and then you can practice any of those things and also become competitive if you want to. So you have ample opportunities these days to exhibit your talents if you have and if you want to. So that's about being more fit and get participating into activities. So if you're okay, and shall we go to some practices of certain asanas? I'll today demonstrate 3 asanas which will improve our vital capacity, lung capacity, so that whenever we do this, we increase our intake of oxygen and helps us breathe better and take and retain oxygen in the lungs for a little longer time, so that we get less chance for getting infected with COVID. So if you're all okay and if you're ready with the mat, first I will demonstrate the 3 asanas one by one. I will first demonstrate, you see, and then I will instruct and you can do. We will go one by one of the 3 asanas first, and then we'll do 1 kriya, and then we'll go to 3 pranayams. That is how we will do it today. So for the first asana, This is called Yashtik Asana. That is, it's called a stick pose. So when it is seen from an aerial view from above, it is a posture done on a lying position. So when it is seen from above, it looks like a stick on the mat. So that is why it is called Yashtik Asana. So how it is done, I will demonstrate. Please have a look at it. Palms facing above, hands fully stretched above your head. So that is the starting position. So as you inhale to a count of 3 and you stretch it as if you're going to grasp something which is a little away from you, and your feet will, when you're lying, it will be like this. So point out your toes like this. So stretch your toes to the maximum, stretch your arms to the maximum and give a full stretch length to your spine. Inhale and give a full stretch to your spine, your arms and your legs. Okay, is that understood? Please have a look at it now. This is the starting position. As you inhale, 1, 2, 3, give a full stretch to your spine, your hands and your legs. Retain your breath here for the count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale and relax in the same position. Shall we do that? Can you all switch on your videos and can you try doing that? Whoever can, do it now. Okay. Yeah. Please be on the starting position. Please lie down on your back, supine position, with your hands stretched above the head. And inhale. Yes. Yeah. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Extend your legs, pointing the toes out, and extend your hands to the maximum and give a good stretch to your spine. Retain your breath there for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and exhale and relax. Bring your hands in, keep your hands and legs in a relaxed position. So this is Yashtik Asana. We will do it once more. Inhale. Yeah, we'll do it once more, ma'am. Inhale, stretch. 1, 2, 3. Retain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and exhale and relax. Okay, this is the first variation of Yashtik Asana. The second variation is not much of a difference, but you keep your hands by the side. The starting position is keeping the hands by the side, and as you inhale, you take your hands in a semicircle position and then extend it above your head and then return it for a count of 6. And when you exhale, you bring back, you turn your palms out and bring it close to your legs. Okay, we'll do the second variation now. Please be on the mat, lie down on supine position, hands by the side. As you inhale, take your hands up in a semicircular motion above your head. 1, 2, 3. Now extend your hands and your legs and your spine and retain your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and exhale. Turn your palms out and bring your hands close to your legs. 1, 2, 3. So this is Yashtik Asana. So when we do this, we stretch our spine and we allow more oxygen to get into our lungs when we do this stretching and retaining. So anything which has more retaining, there are more chances of the oxygen getting mixed with our blood more time. So that is why we do these kind of stretches, which gives more oxygen to the lungs. So the next thing is Adho Mukha Svanasana, or it's also called the downward dog position. So how to get into this is, first come to your knees with the hands placed in front, and you inhale in this position, and as you exhale, you lift your knees, then put your heels on the floor, give it a good stretch. Don't bend your knees, heels should be on the floor, and then take your head in between your hands and suspend your breath for a count of 6. And as you inhale, again you come back to your knees. Okay. The last in Yashtikasan we did inhalation and we retained our breath. Here we are exhaling and suspending the breath. That is, when after you exhale, you don't inhale or exhale. You suspend your breath for a count of 6. Okay, and then as you inhale, you come back to your knees. Is that understood? So in this position, you inhale 1, 2, 3, exhale and up. Suspend your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, as you inhale, you come back to the starting position. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So this is the starting. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. As you exhale, you raise your hips and knees. And then come on your heels. And then suspend your breath for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as you inhale, you come back to your knees. Okay, shall we do this?
Yes.
On your knees, please, on the mat. Okay. Yeah. Inhale now. 1, 2, 3. As you exhale, your knees up, hip up. Yeah. Suspend your breath in this position for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as you inhale, you drop your knees on the floor. Come back to the starting position. 1, 2, and 3. We'll do it once more. So inhale there in the kneel position. 1, 2, hands on the mat, please. 1, 2, 3, and exhale and up. 1, 2, 3. Now suspend your breath in this position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And inhale and back to your knees. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. This is Adho Mukha Svanasana. Yeah, this also helps to expand your lungs when you're in this position. So whatever asanas, when you do it, expanding your chest, that gives you more oxygen to the lungs. So these two exercises help us to gain more oxygen. And one more thing is the twisting of the spine, Trikonasana or the triangle pose. Yeah, this also helps to improve the lung capacity. I will demonstrate. Please have a look. So this is the starting position. Legs 2.5 feet apart from each other. Hands facing, palms facing out. So as you inhale, you turn your left foot out and turn your left to gaze at your right palm. As you exhale, you bring your right palm to your left leg. And when you have placed it on your left leg, turn your neck to see the left arm which is above you. And then here you suspend the breath for a count of 6. And then as you inhale, you take your hands up. And then as you exhale, you turn the right foot in and move the left foot out. So this is how it is done. So I will demonstrate it once more.
Should we take the right hand to the left ankle, is it?
Pardon me?
Should we take the right hand to the left ankle, is it?
Yeah. Right hand to the left leg.
Oh, left leg. Okay. And then turn the body up. Okay.
Yeah, this is Konasana 3. Trikonasana and Konasana, both of them have the same effect. So I was teaching Konasana. Trikonasana also we can do the triangle pose. That also I will demonstrate. Trikonasana, 1 minute.
Repeat.
See, this is Konasana 3. See, the pose is this. Stretch your feet 2.5 to 3 feet apart. Hands raised on your sides. Palms facing out. The shoulders rolled back. Inhale and turn your right leg out and your gaze at your right hand. And as you exhale, move your right hand to your left leg. And when you reach this, turn your neck to gaze at your left palm and suspend your breath for a count of 6. And as you inhale, then you put your neck down to your right hand. And then you take your hand above. And here you retain your breath for a count of 6. And then change your toes, your right toe inside and left toe pointing out. And we move on to move with the next hand. That is inhale here. And as you exhale, you take your left hand to your right leg. And after you have reached it, turn your gaze to look at your right palm. Suspend your breath for a count of 6. And then turn your neck to your left hand. And as you inhale, you bring your hands to the starting position and exhale and then turn your head to center and then relax. This is Konasana 3, third variation, which helps to improve your lung capacity. So can we do this? Is it clear? I will keep checking and then giving you instructions, seeing you doing that. Okay. So yeah, leg 2.5 to 3 feet apart, hands on your side, raise your hands on your side, palms facing out. So inhale and turn your left foot out and your neck to gaze at your right hand. Okay, and as you exhale, you come down and reach your left toe. Exhale and come and reach your left toe. And then after you reach the left toe, turn your neck to have a gaze at your left palm up and suspend your breath for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then turn your neck to your right hand now. And then slowly inhale and come up to count of 3. Yes. And then retain your breath and change your foot. Bring your right foot inside and take your left foot out. Hands stretched. Your gaze at your left hand. Exhale and bring your left hand to your right toe. And then turn your neck to have a gaze at your right hand above your head. Suspend your breath for 6. And then turn your head to look at your left hand now. And then slowly inhale and come up and to your starting position. And then relax. We are now with one right hand and one left hand. It's one round we have completed. So if you want, I will do it once more. Or we will go to the other thing, which is right angled, that is Trikonasana. So legs 2.5 to 3 feet apart, shoulders rolled back, hands raised to your sides, palms facing in front. As you inhale, you turn your left foot out and your gaze, you turn your neck and look at your right hand palm. And as you exhale, you bring your right hand to the left toe, and upon reaching that, you turn your gaze and have a look at your left palm, which is raised above your head. Suspend your breath for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn your neck to gaze at your right hand again. And then inhale and slowly come up to the center. Retain your breath. Bring your right foot inside. And turn your neck to gaze at the left hand and turn out your left leg out. And as you exhale, you bring your left hand to the right toe. And upon reaching your right toe, turn your gaze to look at your stretched arm on the right hand palm. And suspend your breath for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now gaze at your right hand, left hand please. Turn your head to look at your left hand. And as you inhale, you bring up your hand to the shoulder level, and then your gaze to the center, your left toe inside, and then you relax. Okay, is that done? So similar asana, but a little different. That is Trikona asana. That is a right angle triangle pose. So the same way, feet 24 feet apart. Just have a look when I do this first. Inhale here. As you exhale, you go down and touch your right leg, and then have a look at your left hand and suspend your breath for a count of 6. And then turn your gaze to your right hand again, and then come up. And then your right foot inside, left foot outside. Again, exhale and go down and touch your left foot. And upon reaching your left toe, then turn your gaze to look at the outstretched right hand above the head. Suspend your breath for a count of 6. And then turn your gaze to the left hand here. And then inhale and slowly come up. And upon reaching the center, you turn the gaze to your center, and then you relax. This is right angle triangle pose or Trikonasana. So this is very similar. It is just that it is instead of reaching the opposite toe, we reach the same toe down. Is that okay? So it is, other things are very similar. So again, feet 24 to 30 feet apart. Hands stretched out, shoulder level. Your gaze at your right hand. Inhale and gaze at your right hand and turn your right foot out. And as you exhale, you go down and reach your right toe with the right hand. Right toe with the right hand. And upon reaching the right toe, then turn your neck to gaze at your left arm above your head and suspend your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now turn your neck and look at your right hand first, and then slowly come up to center. Now retain your breath and change your toes. Your left foot pointing out, right foot inside, and gaze at your left hand now. And now exhale and go down to your left side. Touch your left toe with the left hand. And upon reaching your toe, then turn your neck and gaze at your right hand, which is outstretched above your head. Suspend your breath for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now turn your neck and look at your left hand below. And then as you inhale, you come up to center. And then you relax. Is that clear? Okay. Is this, were you able to do? Again, yeah, 24 to 30 feet apart, your legs. Your hands raised up to your shoulder level, palms facing out. Inhale and turn your right toe out and fix the gaze at your right palm. And as you exhale, bend and touch your right toe with your right hand. And upon reaching your right toe, turn your neck and gaze at the left palm, which is outstretched above your head. Suspend your breath for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn your neck to your right hand now below. And then as you inhale, you come up. 1, 2, 3. And now you retain your breath and then change your toes. Your left foot pointing out, right foot to center. And as you exhale, you also fix your gaze at your left hand. As you exhale, you go to your left hand to your left toe. And reaching on that, turn your gaze to your right hand above your head. Suspend your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now again your neck to your left hand. And then as inhaling, slowly come up to center. Now your left foot inside, gaze at the center, and then slowly relax. So this is about Trikonasana. Okay, these are the three main asanas which help us to improve our lung capacity. Now we move to one Kriya. Kriya is an act of cleansing our own selves from inner and outside. This Kriya is called Kapalabhati. Kapal is our forehead, our face in full, especially the forehead region. And Bhati means a shine. So what it says is that when you keep doing this over and over again, you will get a shine on your forehead as the unwanted air and any blockage from all your sinus cavity and frontal cavities gets out of your system. You get a shine in your forehead. That's why it's called Kapalbhati. So this is a Kriya. And first we will do this Kriya before we go to the Pranayam. So how it is done is your spine straight. Yeah, sit with your spine straight. You can keep the hands wherever you are comfortable to have it there. And then do 3 times normal breathing, inhale and exhalation at your own pace. And after that, it is forcibly inhaling and forcibly exhaling for 10 times, like this. Like forcibly inhalation and forcible exhalation. Do it continuously for 10 times, that is 1 round. So when you forcibly do this, sometimes even you can feel some droplets coming out from your nose. That is the water which is in our nasal and frontal cavities, which are giving us some headaches and sinus related problems. So as you do this, all the blockages get removed over a period of time, and we get all this very clear. So it is very good for people who are suffering from sinusitis and from sinus related any problems, nose block, headaches and all that. So this is how it is done. So there is no contraindication. Anybody can do this. But people with severe nasal congestion need not do till they get a little better, and after that they can practice this. Otherwise, they will start gasping for breath. That is the only thing about it. So take 2 deep breaths, 2 or 3 deep breaths till your system is okay to do the fast breathing. And then start forcefully inhaling and exhaling for 10 times. So it should be no severe jerking in your abdomen. It should be only from this side, not any of your abdomen. It is better not to include the abdomen when we are doing this. Initially, yes, it will involve, but then when we gradually practice it, we will overcome that, and it will be only the frontal part of it and the lungs we will be using more than the abdomen. So try doing that one more time. So this Kapalbhati, I mean, how? So take 2 or 3 deep breaths before you start doing this Kapalbhati. The spine straight. So when you're okay, you can start practicing forceful inhalation and exhalation for 10 counts. You can do it at your own pace. So when you have done 10 times, again take a break. Take 2 or 3 deep inhalation and exhalation, and again start doing that. So were you able to practice?
Yes.
Okay. So whenever you have time, especially early in the morning, if you can do this, and during the day once, and during sometime in the evening, this time of the year where there is so much of a threat for pandemic and all that, if you can practice this more, it will be better. Otherwise, on general days, once a day, if you can practice, especially for people who have sinus related issues, if you practice this over a period of time, you will totally be relieved in course of time. So this is about Kapalbhati. And then we will do 3 kinds of breathing technique. The first thing is intercostal breathing. That is breathing through with our, I'll just see, this is involving the intercostal muscles. There are 3 muscles which are involved when we are breathing. They are the diaphragm muscles, intercostal muscles, and the clavicular muscles. So when we do this, automatically we involve the 3. But in certain times, when we do shallow breathing, we don't really involve these 2 muscles. So there will be a lot of stale oxygen which will be stored in the lungs, which is not being released. So it will be generally, since it's not released over a period of time, it becomes stale air. So it is better to release the stale air and fix it up with good oxygen for time to time. So this practicing of these 3 pranayams every day also is a very good thing, especially at these times. So first I will tell you the intercostal breathing, where we involve only the intercostal muscles, and the rest of the 2 clavicular and diaphragm muscles are kept dormant. So how to do this is, keep your hands in the ribs, the side of your ribs. The fingers, these fingers are 4 fingers in the front and the thumb at your back. So feel the ribs when you are touching here. Feel the ribs. So when you are inhaling, feel your ribs expanding. And when you're doing this, you should keep your abdomen intact. There should not be inhalation or exhalation from the abdomen. It should be only from the rib area, that is the intercostal muscles. You are involving only these muscles now. So feel the rib expanding when you're inhaling and contracting when you're exhaling. So do this. See if you can feel the rib expanding and contracting, and in exhalation, inhalation. Tell me after you are able to feel it with a thumbs up. Keep your abdomen or diaphragm intact. Only use the intercostal muscles. Are you able to feel the ribs expanding? Okay. Good. Nice. So do it a couple of more times. Okay. This is intercostal breathing. Now we move on to clavicular breathing, that is involving our collarbones here. So raise your hand above the shoulder. Keep the 4 fingers in the collarbone and the thumb at your back. Feel the collarbone with your 4 fingers in the front. And as you inhale, move the collarbone a little up. It will not be like intercostal muscle where you can feel the full stretch or expansion. You will only feel a subtle movement in your collarbone. As you inhale, you move up your shoulder a little bit and move it backwards a little bit so that this bone is exerted a little more. And as you exhale, you bring it down. So the rest of the other 2, the intercostal and the diaphragm, is kept dormant here. Only you breathe through this clavicular muscles. So as you inhale, you move it up and roll it a little back. And as you exhale, you bring it down. And feel a subtle movement in your collarbone. So especially this breathing helps to bring out the stale air which is stored in the lungs for long. So are you able to do this? Okay. So this is clavicular breathing. And the last thing is diaphragm breathing. For this, you are supposed to lie down in supine position with the legs close to your body and the right hand placed on your navel. And as you inhale, you feel the abdomen raising, and as you exhale, the abdomen going a little down. So that is diaphragm breathing. So here you involve only the diaphragm, which is here. So this is done in supine position because the diaphragm is more used when you are in a lying position in supine. So you'll be able to feel that. So lie down in supine position. Bend your knees, bring it close to the body.
Sideways, Subha, sideways. Lie side. That's good.
So, right hand above your navel. And as you inhale, feel the abdomen is rising up. And as you exhale, you feel it going inside. So are you able to feel your diaphragm movement? Lie down in supine position. Knees bent. Legs close to the body. Your right hand on your navel, above your navel. And as you inhale, feel the abdomen raising up. And as you exhale, feel the abdomen going down. Are you able to do this, follow this? Okay. When you are done with it, yeah, you can come back. So these are the main, breathing techniques which you can keep practicing for improving the vital capacity of the lungs. So this is all the more important these days because, the oxygen is now lacking everywhere. So if we can increase our vital capacity, it will be better for us to, to do that so that we prevent this infection getting onto us. So this is about the breathing technique. So hope this is more useful. You can reach to me if you want to for any doubts regarding these or for any other yoga practice. Any day, any time, you can message me or call me on the mobile. So
thank you so much, Subha. As always, as I told you, in fact, when I had a conversation with Subha, she was offering that, she would like to come and be a part of the trainer or the teacher for our Get In Get Fit series. And I said, Subha, wait, hold on, let your session complete and then we will have you on board. So I'm just requesting Shubha on behalf of Get In Get Fit series if she could spare Sundays morning 6:20 to 7 so that we all could learn with her. So anyway, I'll talk to you again, Shubha, on that. And if it works, we'll start it from tomorrow itself.
Sure.
This would just help all of us understand, and as many of you have written in the chat box that you learned the breathing and breathing the right way today. I always feel there is so much to learn from each one of us. I mean, we have so much of resources and each of us have a different way. I mean, many of us are yoga trained and every time I feel like, there is so much more to learn. And, knowledge is only useful when you apply it on a daily basis. That's why we say applied knowledge is so much powerful. And thank you so much, Shubha, for the pranayams, for the different type of breathing, for the kriya, and definitely the yoga asanas also, along with the variations, because you are very systematic and, you ran us through a very fundamental and, correcting every small nuances also. And I'm sure the chat box is flooding with appreciation, and I'm going to read them out for you right now. So
thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Vidya, ma'am, for this great opportunity. I could connect with so many people at a time, and this is a good platform. And if I could help some of the women and others on this platform, this Get In Get Fit, definitely I'll be more than happy to share my experiences, and whatever I have learned, I would share it with others and let the whole, the Lord benefit. And we will all, it's a journey. So we will all do it together. And I really enjoyed this session.
Absolutely, because I personally felt that, when I started this series, I said there will be no money involved. It will be absolutely a free, platform. And I'm so glad I have so many like-minded people who are ready to contribute and who are ready to, give. And that is what I felt, very, very heartwarming, especially in these times. And the way you have poured your art out today is very evident. And if things go on fine, from tomorrow, every Sunday, we'll have your session, Vidya, Shubha. And
Sure.
I'm getting a lot of appreciation. So let me read that out for you. Rukmani Ma says, thank you for talking so high about our masters. It is your determination which you have achieved so much. Kripakar sir says, that's fantastic that you've shared so how women can overcome impediments, and it's great to listen about your master's event experience in Malaysia, especially with 100+ runners. Your determination and will to excel makes you a consistent performer and podium finisher. Great to listen to you, Subhalakshmy. Usha ma'am says, very inspiring, Shubha, good advice to women. Well said. Fitness, both physical and mental, very important for aging. Deepa says, great session, Shubha. Kripakar says, much needed exercise, especially for lungs, to improve the lung capacity, suitable to increase oxygen intake, and a good practical session to Subhalakshmy. Suma Prakash says, thank you, Shubha. Which asana was that? Was it not Trikonasana? I guess you explained that. It is Trikonasana with variation. Kripakar sir says, clavicle and intercostal breathing are new. After so many years, I realized I'm not breathing properly. Learned it today. Thanks. Rukmani Ma says, thank you, Shubha. As only today I got to know intercostal and clavicle breathing. Yukta says, awesome, Shubha. Thanks. Parvati says, thank you so much, Shubha ma'am. Very wonderful session about breathing. And Suma says, thank you so much, Shubha. Such a useful session. Aparna says, thank you. Very nice, Shubha. Thanks. Good session of asanas and breathing. Rukmani Ma says, thank you, Dr. Vidya and Shubha. Mini Mayatam ma'am says, very useful. Rukmani Ma says, wonderful session. Usha ma'am says, wonderful, Shubha. Great to be here today. Vidya says, very useful. Kripakar sir says, thank you, Dr. Vidya and Subhalakshmy, for making it live and wonderful. Dr. Vidya says, wonderful session. Shubha, especially pranayams, waiting for more. So I have captured all these wonderful moments, and I was clicking a lot of pictures as we were doing this session, Shubha, and it's a great privilege to, capture these memories and share it with you. I'll be doing so immediately after this session. So you will be able to see and witness whatever we have, stored for you. And it's so much of a pleasure listening to you. I would have all our teammates to unmute and, share your views of this session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for inviting me over for this. I really enjoyed the session. And really, I'll be able to, whatever is required from your side, from me, I will be very happy to share it with women. Because I got into this with only from friends requests. They generally ask me tell us how to be fit like you. So, as I told you that day itself, whatever suits me may not suit many. So in the process, I shouldn't be injuring some people asking them to do this or that. So I thought I will formally learn, to teach, and then I get into this. And that is how I went into this. And now having done that, I think now it's on me to bring more women into fitness, and I will be on the job. Thank you.
When the pandemic started last year, pandemic started last year, both of us were discussing how to make this more useful. And we were trying to become, fitness, because we are more into that. So I picked up this fitness, and she wanted to do yoga. And actually, the time was a constraint, travel was a constraint. This lockdown actually was made use of us, and online courses helped us a lot. She actually did this extremely useful course for almost 1 year from Delhi. And then the practical sessions and the exams were being conducted, and Ministry of Oil gave a certificate, and hence she branched out into yoga. And I had to go into this regular fitness activity. But then how every impediment, every issue can be made use of to the better self. That is more important. Thank you very much. This was a very, very wonderful session. And as you rightly said, many women may get inspired seeing you, the way you are putting it across to them, and they may join you and then learn from you and then become a better give a better living for themselves. That is more important. And thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for Dr. Vidyaa Hari also.
Wonderful session, Shubha. Very nice.
Thank you, Shubha. Really nice. And
you,
we're very happy that you're going to join us in the Sunday sessions.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, ma'am. I'll be happy to.
Shubha, thank you so much, Shubha. It was wonderful
was
being with
awesome.
you.
And as Prabhakar
tomorrow,
sir
very well.
said,
Thank you.
quality of our life gets better when we start putting some amount of exercise into our body. And that's what our aim is. So that's what Prabhakar sir said. And I think our mission works with that. I mean, I'm looking at 10,000 people, women, men, anybody who wants to get in and get fit in their life. So that is how, that's the motto. And we'll get there. We are on our path and we are getting there.
Vidya, I was really touched by her determination and commitment, and above everything, her willingness, her attitude, to share what she has gained to the others, especially at this time when it will be very useful. Fantastic, Subhu. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Look forward to joining with you on Sunday.
Sure, ma'am. Me too.
That's Mini Ma'am. Mini Ma'am is above 80 and
Oh,
she's a
wow.
doctor with us. She's a doctor herself
Okay.
from CMC Vellore, and it's a pleasure that we have been able to interact with ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll be happy to be with you all.
It's all our blessings. I mean, we have so many senior citizens here and young people also in their 20s. So our group is very vibrant. And yeah. So with all those few words, I'll be closing this session. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for joining and making it more lively and for
Thank you,
participating.
Dr. Vidya.
also.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Vidya.
Ma'am, for this great.
For this wonderful.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you so much, friends. And stay blessed, stay safe, and stay healthy. And keep smiling, because I guess, as you smile, there's a lot of good feel-good hormones getting in. And you always feel the best. So take care. And
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
If you can all unmute and take your video, you can take a snapshot, screenshot.
Oh, yeah. Many have left.
Oh. Yeah, done.
Done?
Done.
Okay, thank you. Shall we close?
Thank you, Shubha. Thank you, Vidya. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Thank you, madam. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Shubha, wonderful session, Shubho.
Thank you.
Stay